Hello guys and welcome. It is the third Canvas Zen event, and to talk about it I am accompanied by my trusty general, the great king of trolls, the one and only Truly Guthix.
Hello, I am Can. Wait, no, I'm
Yeah.
Guthix. Yes.
If only, if only. Canman's not here today, so I hope Guthix does a better job than him. I'm sure he will, because he's the main reason much of the stuff that we're going to do in this event will take place, as we'll talk about it later. So, for those of you that don't know what Canvas Zen is, it is a mini-series designed to interact with you guys, and the way it works is we're going to have 6 different events, 2 for each month of the year throughout 2014, and me and Can face off. You can join any of our teams and help Can or me out to win that series, that particular event, and then whoever wins the most out of the 6 by the end of December of this year wins the title of the biggest noob, I guess. But yeah, this is a third event, and what it's going to be is it's going to be a KK event, CS KK event. Now, this was by far the most popular choice and also the most asked for, because I've been asking around my friends and my clan, and they've always just said KK. I mean, obviously I've had some requests for Virago and Next, but that's not going to happen until we do a guide for them. And yeah, KK it is. We just finished our exam, so we didn't have time to do any other guides as such. So we've already done a KK guide, so it's going to be a KK event. It's going to be a bit interesting. It's going to be a bit different as well, but we'll explain that later. Now, the results so far. The first one was the Armadillo event back in February, and I won it. The second one was the Heist event, which Can won because of Guthix being in his team for one more game than he was in mine. So he won by 1 game. I think he won 4-3 or something. So that was pretty close, but it makes it more interesting this time around, I think, because it's tied at 1-1 and there's everything to play for this time around. So, Guthix, have you got details of when it's going to be?
Yes, it's gonna be this Saturday, the 21st of June, and it's gonna be 6 hours, of course. So it's gonna start on 7 p.m. BST, and it's gonna end at 1 a.m. BST. And for people on the other side of the planet, it's gonna start at 2 p.m. Eastern and 1 p.m. Central. So those are the times. Any other times that you guys need, leave them down below, and we'll help you find out when it's gonna be.
Absolutely, and we'll also include a time converter if you don't want to wait for our replies. Now, it's going to be 6 hours so that we can accommodate all the quirky little rules that we're going to bring out for this particular event, but also to make sure everyone can attend at least a bit of it, because you won't want to miss it. I don't think you will, because it's going to be the best one yet. I'll make sure of it. Everyone's going to be there at least for a bit of it, so it's going to be really good. And also near the end it's going to heat up, so if you can make it near the end of the event, near 1 a.m. BST or whatever other time it is for you, then that would be great. Now we're going to have 2 FCs as usual, TUS Pros without a space for Team Zen, and TUS Space Pros for Team Ken. It's going to be CS for both teams. Make sure you join the FCs well before the start of the event, because we're gonna get going straight after it hits 7 p.m. GMT. So we're gonna enter KK as soon as it hits 7 p.m. GMT. Make sure you're ready in good time. We're gonna link the guide as well, and I think we're gonna stream on Twitch as well, so that should be really good. Hopefully we do stream on Twitch. We did have a bit of a problem last time I streamed the second Canvas Zen event, but it shouldn't be a problem this time around. Really looking forward to it, and on to the rules.
Alright guys, so now for the point system. During these 6 hours, there's going to be, for each hour, the point system is going to change. So for the first hour, if one team manages to get an offhand item, it's going to be worth 1 point. And if you get a main hand item, it's going to be worth 2 points. And on hour 2, it's going to be multiplied by 2, so the offhand is going to be worth 2 points. and the main hand is going to be worth 4 points. So it's just going to be increasing until the event is over. So just because you get an item at the very start of the event does not mean you're going to win, because both teams managed to get only one item throughout the whole event. Let's say main hand, drag, or rapier. And let's say the first team gets it in the second hour, so it's going to be worth 4 points, and the second team gets it on the fifth hour, so the main hand is going to be worth 10 points. So, of course, the second team is going to win because more points. And not only will teams be gaining points, but teams will also be able to lose points. 1 point will be lost per team if their generals or the leaders die. So if Kannerzan dies, their team loses 1 point, and if I or who is it, Vince or...
Yeah, for Kan, we're not sure who his general's going to be, because I think Sumo and Vince probably have to leave at some point. So when one person leaves, the other person will take over, and vice versa. Or if they're both away, he'll probably make sure there's someone else who's his general.
Yeah, so if one of the 4 people die, there will be 1 point taken off to the appropriate team.
Yep, and we'll be tallying all the points throughout, so you don't need to worry about that. We'll obviously be updating you guys as well throughout the whole live stream about the points, so that you know what you're playing for, and it's going to get really exciting near the end, isn't it? With
yes, it is.
Increasing points. So if, I don't know, my team got 10 main hands in the first hour, it's going to be worth much less than 2 main hands in the 6th hour. Which sounds really crazy, but it's true. Okay, so this isn't the only point system, guys. There's going to be a special challenge every hour of the stream. This is really interesting because me and Gothics took ages to rack our brains, think of ideas, and these things will contribute to your team's total points as well as the above. These things will be different for every hour, as I said. And for the first hour, the special thing is going to be that the team with the least total deaths, that's the total deaths, gets 1 point. For the second hour, the team with the least shark drops gets 2 points. Now these points are increasing by 1, the same way as they did for the general point system. The third hour, me and Kan cannot take any food whatsoever, and we have to turn off accept aid, so we can't be healed. The person with the least amount of deaths in the third hour out of me or Kan will get 3 points for their team. For the fifth hour, me or Kan cannot wear any any chest or leg armor. And again, the person with the least amount of deaths between the 5th and the 6th hour gets 5 points. And in the 6th hour, well, this was Gothics' idea, so I'll let him explain it.
Alright, so on the 6th hour, everybody will be in the same instance, and this is when the teams will separate into 2 different FCs. So Team Zen with Team Zen, and Team Kan with Team Kan. And the team that gets the most kills at the end of this hour will receive a total of 6 points. So this can also be a vital game changer.
Yeah, everyone will be in the same instance. So that does mean it will be a bit like crashing. Hopefully it will be balanced and like not one team is going to get every single kill. But it's going to be extremely interesting as a finale to the event, and hopefully will turn out to be very close in the end, because I don't like one-sided ones, even if it means I'm winning. So hopefully that's the case, guys, and yeah, you'll have noticed that the 4th hour we didn't mention anything. Now we decided, because we couldn't think of anything good enough, that we're going to leave it up to you, and the only restrictions are, make sure you listen to this carefully, because I don't want to reject your idea if you're posting it in the comments below. Well, that's the best way to tell us, so do post in the comments below. We don't really want to reject it, so let me tell you what you're not allowed to do. Number 1, you cannot have a suggestion for the 4th hour that involves everyone having to do something, because we can't enforce it and we can't make sure everyone will do it, so that's the reason we have that rule. Number 2, don't make it another most kills / most deaths thing, because we've had too many of those. And number 3, try and make it something that everyone can be a part of without them having to do something specific. For example, you don't have something that says the whole team has to be in bronze, or the whole team can only use such and such weapon or something, because again, we can't police that, same as number 1. So those are the only restrictions. We're really looking forward to your suggestions. Hopefully they'll be good, and we'll pick the best one if there are more than one. But we'll have to see. Okay, just round up. Thank you very much for watching, guys, and Gothics, thanks a lot for coming and being in this video in the absence of Canman.
And thank you for the invite.
No problem, sir. Your suggestions are epic. They're definitely better than anything I've thought of. So thank you very much for that. I'm really looking forward to this event because it's going to be 6 hours. It's going to be the biggest one we've done so far. So really hope all of you guys that are watching can make it at least for a few hours, if not for the whole thing. But don't worry if you can't, of course. And yeah, make sure to watch the guide if you've never been, and make sure to remind yourselves of the rules for the suggestion, because once again, I do not want to reject anyone's suggestions on the basis of it not meeting the rules that I just placed. So looking forward to the event, and yeah, see you guys there.